And as Kwesienin, yesterday, Kwesienis brought Bulldog into the issue and mentioned that what is Bulldog as a manager doing about this? Was he aware of all of these going on? Was Bulldog aware? If he was, what did he do about it? Was he not aware? Well, if he wasn't, as a manager, must this go by you? Well, let's find out from Bulldog. Boo, good morning.
Good morning, boss.
How be?
Let's go, boss.
I'm expecting you in the studio. How come you are somewhere around Jerusalem or Bethlehem?
Long story,
But I hope all is well.
Yes, we are blessed.
Oh, thank you. Well, thank you very much for your time this morning. Yesterday, did you get the opportunity to listen to Joint 77 as he came here?
I think yeah, bits and pieces. Yes, I did.
Did you listen to Shatawale?
I did as well.
All right, good. So, of all these happenings in camp, are you aware?
Yes, I am.
Okay. For the benefit of those who didn't listen yesterday, can you give us a brief description or paint a brief picture of the whole problem? As a manager, what really happened?
I think good morning and good morning to all your listeners as well. I think basically to put it in a very like a nutshell, like you're saying, I mean, Shatta is just worried about his boys, and in terms of putting in work, and it's been something that has been going on, what I'm saying, for a long time, and I think in the end he couldn't get the results he was expecting from them, Then this is not the first time he's asked them to leave. Usually I think he will let them leave. So maybe when they go out there, it would inform them that, listen, we need to work extra hard for what we have got. Then they'll come back, they'll start work again, and then they'll move into that, they'll go into that mode again. Then he gets angry again. I mean, basically that's it. I mean, he's looking out for his investment, first and foremost, I would say, because once he's committed in pushing them, he wants them to succeed. So basically that's what I was saying. Yeah.
Now, when Shatta came up with the video complaining that, they are doing some things he's not really happy about, did you see the video?
I saw the video. Yeah.
What was your comment?
I mean, I'll say I knew about the video because these are stuff that we've discussed already. It's nothing new. So once I belong in the camp, these are things I know already. And he got worried a little bit because the other things some of the boys are out there saying which is not accurate. So he felt that he needed to come out and clear the air, and that's what informed that live video.
Did you ever engage both parties as a manager? Did you ever sit them down?
Yes, but let's be clear. I manage Shatta, not the boys. The boys have a team that manages them as well.
Oh, okay.
But we are together. Yeah. I mean, they're not necessarily my responsibility. Because if anybody will collect, they were signed on before I got back working with Shatta. I was with Shatta on xylophone before we got back really together, and they had done some incredible stuff. So, I mean, when we got back together and we're working, I mean, his complaint, we've had an opportunity to speak about them, and how he feels they should go about work and they are not, and there have been a few occasions where we sat down and spoke to them. I think if I'm not mistaken, I think there's been more than one occasion. One occasion where I remember we were out there in Cape Coast to do an event, and we sat them down all together. We needed to know what the situation was, what help they will need, what assistance they will need, what kind of encouragement they will need, and I mean, we had a lengthy conversation, and I would say it was a healthy one as well. It's just that usually, you have a conversation and you put stuff together, then after the conversation, people may go back to themselves. You understand? But yes, I have had that. There've been occasions where we've sat down as a team, even with the boys. I've spoken to them even without shutter and all that. So yes, I mean I've intervened in many ways.
Now, when you're talking to them, I'm very sure as a manager, you have this experience. I mean, all these years, and so you can even read with body language. Do you think they pay attention?
You know, yes. I mean, I'll say, but whether they are paying rapt attention, is another thing. But attention, yes, because we'll be in the same space. We'll talk. I mean, I don't want to single a couple of them out there. There's been times when you realize that somebody's not actually in the conversation. They are dozing off, or maybe they are wandering off. Like you're saying, you read body language and realize maybe the person is actually not there. And that could be various reasons. There could be various reasons why the person will behave that way. But I'll say ultimately, once they avail themselves for that meeting, yes, they they wanted to listen, and we put out the information we needed to put out, to encourage them, because really, if you have a situation with somebody, you want to know exactly what is hindering their progress. If you're working with somebody and they are not churning out, or they are not producing, or they are not putting the effort that you hope they will put in. You want to know what is hindering them. Is it what is it, so that they come to you with their problem. Then you can see how you can help. So I mean, that opportunity has been, even before myself sitting down with them. I think Shatta himself has had several of meetings with them. You know what I'm saying?
Are you okay with them leaving the camp?
No, that's not what. I don't think that's what even Shatta wants. If you should, I look at things differently. If you look at Shatta's temperament or engagement in this whole saga, he loves them. I mean, somebody who doesn't love you will not get emotional about you, Andrew. I mean, this is common sense. You understand? If somebody don't love you, they won't even care about you. They don't care what you do. They don't, they won't mind you. You understand? So, I mean, what happened yesterday alone, I mean, should go a long way to tell you that he still cares about them. He wishes the best for them, and it's just that he's not getting what he really wants from them, So I'm not sure any of us is okay that they left the camp. I mean, clearly when you spoke to Shatta, I mean, if he wanted them out, he has the contract. The contract is not ended. He can go and go. I mean, I don't care about you. You can go and do whatever you want to do with your life. But these are guys he's grooming. He's put his whole self into. Talent and time and resources into. I mean, so it's not easy for him to say, or it's not. Yes, it's not easy for him to say leave. Anytime he says leave, it's for them to go and learn something. And I'm saying this is not the first time he's left. You understand? So I as a team or head of the team or manager for Shatta, I'm hoping that this time, they'll learn some things, and hopefully we get back together and get back on the road. That's my hope. You understand what I'm saying? That's my position.
But
I know
as a manager,
mm.
how well can you bring them back into the camp and bind them again?
I mean, you see, let me say this: if Jesus Christ, yeah, of Nazareth, decides to help me as a person, and I don't avail myself, Jesus cannot do any miracles. He can't do anything. So it is. This doesn't entirely rest with me. It rests with them as well. Is this something they want? It is a two-way street. Is it something they want? Because all this while, the 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 mission is just being one. Get get serious with what you do, and let's take on the world. I mean, I've had. I mean, initially when I got back and the complaints were coming, I told Shata that I've examined their composure, their whatever, and because I didn't know. I mean, when I was out, I didn't know Shata was writing all that stuff for them. And I thought they were putting out their own stuff. Until I got closer and I realized it helps them. But like, let's put that even aside. I mean, there's no shame in anybody writing for somebody. I've always
Thank
said
you.
that if you don't have talent, somebody can actually write and you cannot even deliver. They can actually even guide you, and you still can't deliver. You are a recording artist. You know what I'm saying.
Exactly.
Exactly. So no, if you are not talented, or you are talentless, I mean, there's nothing you can do even if Jay-Z wrote for you. So I mean, they are talents. They are good talents. I've had the opportunity. I told them that even their image alone, because this work boils down to image and the way they carry themselves alone. They have that. I've listened to them. They deliver. And so what exactly is the problem? But I've realized that it is focus, and a lot of things can distract somebody from focusing. We all that don't have that focal power, and that is what I think we need to get them on. But you cannot really force anybody to focus. They have to avail themselves. Their strategies, their rules, their guidelines in focusing. So if they don't avail themselves for those rules and guidelines, there's really nothing that you can do for them. So in answering your question, I mean, I cannot drag them and say, come back. I mean, why not? I don't even have to plead with Shatta because he knows them better. He's gone down the road. They are like brothers. He doesn't even see them as subjects or people he work with, because even if you listen to the conversation they had yesterday, and I read some of the social media comments, and I was amazed why people would even say that. People saw the conversation yesterday as, oh, Shaka speaking to his small boy. No, Shaka doesn't see any of them as small boys. He sees them as his colleagues. He sees them as brothers. He sees them as family people. So when he's speaking, whether it is radio, whether it's public, wherever, he will speak as if we're home and we're talking. And that's how he relates with them. They don't look at him as, oh, bossu, and they put their hand behind you. He doesn't even like that. He won't encourage that. He's somebody who will mingle with everybody, come down to your level, play, and look at the conversations you guys had on your show yesterday. They spilled a lot of things, stuff they were doing together and all that. And that's how Shata is. He's that realistic. So it won't be like yourself and maybe your boss and the station owner. You understand? That's not what happened yesterday. It's like you and Hagler. I mean, colleagues that are having a conversation. He doesn't see himself as a boss. If he does, I mean, some of these things he won't even engage himself in. So people should look at it from that angle. I've seen commentary that, oh, Shata is jealous and blah blah and envious, and I'm like, how is somebody envious and will start helping somebody to start with? No, they know they won't even do that to start with. Do you understand what I'm saying? Because if I'm envious of you, taking a chance with you alone could hurt me. Because if I gave you a chance and by some stroke of luck you blow in my face, then Charlie, I'll hurt them more. So I'll actually clamp you down. And this is not what Shaka has done with the boys. He's not clamped them down. These are boys that have access to everything that he has, from cars to whatever. They are good. They are living the best of their lives. They live the best of their lives with Shaka, and that's how he likes to do it. I'll give you a classic example. We have a video called Bojo.
Yeah.
Yes, look at Bojo. Bojo is like an everyday in the mansion with the boys. That's it. That's what we do there. I mean, when the song came out, I told Shaka, listen, don't let us try and plan a video. Let's do what we do every day in the house, and that's how come we put camera on whatever we do. It's like reality, what we do in the house all the time, and that's how it is with them. You understand what I'm saying? So yesterday, the conversation that happened in your studio is just like it's happening at home. And Shata, we all know, doesn't fake it. So you will not get on camera and now try and sound as if he's the boss and he's won awards and he's seen this. And no, you speak the way he has to speak. So some of these commentaries, I'm hoping some of these people will desist. But to answer your question, I can't drag them by force and say come back. And I cannot also force Shatta to say take them back. It's a mutual understanding. Now, it's something they have to want.
If you say you can't force Shatta to accept them back, well, that is well understood. But when you speak to Shatta Wale, does he listen to you?
Yes, why not? I mean, this is what you should know. When I speak, it depends on what I'm saying. You understand? So let's just say I go to Shaka and I say I want $1 million. I'm sure he'll give that to me. So when you say I speak to him, what do you mean? Are you asking that when it comes to me for advice and I give it, does he listen? Is that
that's exactly my question.
Exactly, he listens, and you should understand that before somebody comes to you for an advice, they have a solution or a preferred solution already. You understand? So you need to inquire where they're going with their questioning. Then you give them the possible solutions. So now, if I give them possible solutions and it falls within their solution, then they will take it. But if it doesn't, they can explain for you to also understand where they are coming from. So you don't necessarily, I mean, nobody's a robot. And this is what I see. I keep saying that I have a son who's 7 now, I'm sure. I keep saying, I've said it plenty. He doesn't listen to me. He doesn't need to listen to me. He will only take what I say, what he feels is good when I say it. You understand? So Shata listens to me. He comes to me. I mean, we speak on a daily. If we don't, I mean, yesterday yourself, we were with you on the phone after your show. We speak. I speak like with Shata 6 hours in a day, and we're on the phone. So he listens. Anything he has, any situation he finds himself in, and he wants to take a decision, he doesn't have the decision at hand. He comes to me. You understand? But ultimately, the final decision rests with him, based on his experience or his encounter with that particular situation. So yes, he listens.
Well, if you say basically the final decision rests on him, then it means whatever you say, well, he may listen but may not act upon it. For example, the topic, is that he took back the car he gifted Joint 77, which we were all not happy. Yesterday, you remember, we all discussed it. I was with you and him, and I want to implore you that you ask him to reverse the situation. Do you think it is something he would listen and act accordingly?
Okay, so let me say this, yeah. To start with, I mean, Shaka does not need that car. I'm sure, based on what transpired on the show yesterday, and he was just trying to put, I don't know, should I say, put the fear of God or prove a point or something. Because trust me, I keep saying that a car is something that it's not an asset. You understand? If I gifted you a car this morning, yeah, and you picked it up from my house and you drove to your office and now leave your office and go back to your home and you do the same thing tomorrow, the car has depreciated from when you picked it up from my space. I mean, once fuel is burning, everything else in the car is burning. So I cannot gift you a car for years and now come back for it and say I'll use it. There's no, I mean, Shatta is not in need of cars. He has too many of those, yeah. So I'm sure yesterday he just wanted to prove a point that, listen, I mean, some of the responses, yeah, some of the responses from the gentleman wasn't good. Listen, let me say this, I've had opportunity to speak and to join myself, and I have told him consistently that Shatta is more, you're closer to Shatta more than the rest of the team. You know Shatta better. You understand what I'm saying? And I believe that you guys have been through a lot together. You understand? No matter the situation, he's your senior, both in age and in profession. You understand? Now he has come to be your boss as well, but he's still your brother. So no matter the situation, I'm sure there's something that made him get angry at you like that. There are ways, as a gentleman, to appeal to his senses. There are ways to appeal to his I'll say mercy. You know, then and he'll keep cool himself, or he'll keep calm. But if you keep going back and forth with him, it won't be healthy. Let me just say, Shatta is going out. Let's just say Shatta has the next 5 years or 2 years or 1 month or 2 months to actually retire, you know, from music. You know, let's just say it depends on his decision. Joyce is now entering into that space. I think that it won't be healthy for him to enter this way. You know, yes, I should consider his emotions as well, and maybe he might have felt maybe bullied or whatever it is that he felt that particular time when he was in the studio. Yeah, there was no need for the back and forth, and the back and forth angered Shatta, and he took that decision. So we shouldn't look at it as a one-sided situation, because if you had called Shatta Wale, yeah, on phone, and he immediately said, Jones, go and park my car. Then it becomes, oh, then Shatta is bad, Shatta is envious, why is he doing it? But that's not what happened. It was the back and forth that triggered that, you know, and constantly, like I've said, I've told them, you know, be calm, because no matter what you do, he's the big man in the house. He's actually your senior as well. You know, we can play, we can have fun, we can do whatever they say they do together in terms of girls. And I also heard you requesting for one Andy yesterday, so I'm sure Shatta will arrange that for you. But after all that, you know, you still need to see him as somebody who's guiding you to a space where you want to be. So, yes, the back and forth wasn't healthy, and that's what triggered Shatta to say, bring the car. Yes, of course, this morning I can easily call Shatta, and yesterday was yesterday, today is another day. I can easily call Shatta and say, Charlie, I'm appealing to you. But am I the one going to drive the car? I'm not. Does Joint want the car? Are you the one going to take, you know? So these are things that we all need to consider when we say, let's go to Shatta and ask him to reverse the situation. Does Joint want the situation to be reversed? You understand what I'm saying? Exactly. So these are things we need to think about before we go and say, oh, Shatta, Charlie, we beg you. And when we say that, I'm telling you honestly, you will hear it, because the car is not even parked at his home. I'm sure the car is parked somewhere. There are too many cars in that house. his mansion. I mean, both in East Legon and wherever all his other three houses. There are too many cars there. He doesn't need this car for anything. Trust me. You know.
All right. Now, there's a conversation on Twitter, and someone drew my attention to it. What they're saying is that you had sat on television and said that I'm reading. There was a statement I saw. It says, "Well, Bulldog said on his. You made a statement on UTV about this whole saga. Why is he changing his mouth?" They said you sat on TV and rather accepted that you asked Shatta to sack the militants because they were not adding anything to the brand. Is that true?
Yes, I said that. And who's saying I'm changing my mouth? I'm not. I'm answering the questions as you're asking me. Whatever question you ask is what I will tell you. So if you ask me what I said, like you're just asking, yes, I said that because the complaints were too much, and we had spoken to them consistently. And you see, why would I recommend to Shatta for Shatta to send them off? Shatta is my artist. They are not. He's psychologically tormented and emotionally tormented by their act. I cannot do my work with that. You understand what I'm saying? Andy, are you
Yes,
there?
I'm here. I'm listening.
Good. I cannot have my artist psychologically tormented by other people. I cannot have him emotionally worked up, by other people. So I can't get the best of him to work. It doesn't make sense to me. I can't work effectively. So if we have done what we can do and they still are in that same space, then they need to go. So let me ask you a question. Do you think, I don't want to come here and comment, but I'm sure if you call Shatta again or if you have the opportunity to speak to, if people let me just give you one example. If he hears that his people are saying that if he was in the States, he would have been shot by now, and that when he goes out with them or he does shows with them, he does it, what do you expect him to do? In which state do you want to leave him in? So I go and work with him. When you have some of the boys going out there to say they write lyrics for Shatta Wale, what emotional state? Listen, I support 200% every emotion Shatta has. I support it because it is based on that same emotion that he keeps Ghana on the map. It is based on that same emotions. So if you want to muddy or spoil that emotion, you get a negative reaction from that emotion. And as artists and as intellectual people, we work with our emotions. That's how we churn out the best. So if I'm having my artist is having emotional and psychological trauma based on people he wants to help, they need to leave so he is free. It's simple.
Based on what you're saying, then it means there's no way you can talk to him or sweet talk him to bring them back.
Andy, I think you've not been listening to me. I'm saying that the boys, do they want to come back? And if they want to come back, it is also an emotional test for them, a psychological test for them. They need to psych themselves to be back. Because the indication in the camp is they don't want to get into the business, or they are not focused on the business. They are focused on the show part of the business, showing off. You understand? And that's exactly what I said on UTV. They like showing off. Go on Snap, do this, do that, be in the club. That's what they want. But when it gets into the studio, then it is war. Because there's a time to work and there's a time to play. They play very well. They don't work very well. And you have to work. Shatta is an embodiment of work. You can't be around Shatta and you can't work. You understand? Nobody can argue in this space that we have that Shatta is not the best at what he does. So if Shatta is the best at what he does, it means his recruits should be the best at what they do. Am I making some sense here?
Well, you are. So now, a lot of conversations happen without solutions. In this case, I want us to look going forward. What is the solution?
Okay. The solution is simple. Like I said again, the gentlemen, do they want this? Sometimes we feel we want something, but it's not really what we want. People ask for rain, yeah? People ask for rain. They forget that they will deal with mud. You understand? So rain comes with mud. So is this what they want to do? Because you see, Shatta doesn't, as I speak to you, if he's not listening to us, yeah, he'll be in the studio working. The guy doesn't sleep. Shatta's sleep is just like, I'll say 1.5 hours in a day, 24 hours. And he's dozing off. That's it. He only does power naps. He doesn't sleep proper. He's always doing some power nap. And I've even told him, it's not even healthy for you. So if you're working with a workaholic, what do you expect him to do with you? All this conversation, we're going back and forth, all the accusations or whatever, or the words that came out, the back and forth, the argument, is all about work, nothing else. You understand? So I'm saying again here that if they want this, because Shatta has told me constantly, he's even told them, listen, look, we don't necessarily have to put stuff out. Let's get you, let's work you to that perfection. Then when we start putting stuff out, we start putting stuff out. Is that what you want? There's been frank conversation. It's not like somebody will wake up. Yesterday I overheard Kwesiene speaking and wanted my intervention. Before any matter like this will hit, if I'm permitted to say, if before SHIT will hit the fan, you should know that we've had several conversations before it goes out there like that. You understand? It doesn't just happen spontaneously. No, it doesn't. So the question here is, it's not about me sweet talking. Shatta is not a girl or dumb. I can't sweet talk Shatta. I need to let him see reason. I need to let Shatta see reason why he needs to take them back. Do they have the reason? Do they have the intentions? Do they want to come back? Do they want to work? Can they work under those conditions? Listen, it's a drill. Listen, we are in the studio all the time. This is what we're doing. Listen, Andy, you are like, let me go back and use you as an example. You're a recording artist. Not everybody, stuff doesn't come to everybody like that. Shatta is a machine. He's a machine. You know what I'm saying? A music machine. So when you're working with somebody like that, you know that there's a drill. So if you don't step up, then it becomes, so maybe they feel that, Charlie, maybe the pressure is too much, the work pressure is too much, Charlie. These are things, they should have conversations with us. But when we sat down, listen, when we sat down in Cape Coast, let me give an example. When we sat down in Cape Coast, Captain clearly said that, yes, they will back up, there are some problems, to even love to come and see me. I'm saying you can even come and see me without Shatta's approval, because we are in the same camp. You don't need to tell Shatta I'm going to see Bulldog. You can come to me, why not? Join said the same thing. There's the other guy, I keep getting forgetting, Adi Self. Yeah? Yes. He said there was nothing wrong, he's fine. He's fine, everything is fine. And Shatta got angry that, Adi, we are having a conversation, an honest conversation. This is Bulldog, speaking. And I don't have to introduce Bulldog to you. We all know what he's done here in the space that we. So if there's something, speak to him. It's no, everything is fine, everything is cool. So if you're telling Shatta that everything is cool, everything is fine, it means that you're going to either back up or what you're doing so far already, or what you're on already is good. So clearly, I want to say that we have a problem. That's what we're discussing. So it means that what you're on is not good. It means you're going to back up. So when we leave that meeting and now you go back to your old self, what else can we do?
All right. Well, thank you very much for talking to us, Bulldog. I'm much more grateful for your time. It would have been proper if you were here. So the conversation
I'm sorry I couldn't make it. I explained myself to Hagla when he spoke earlier. I have some family emergency, so I couldn't make it.
Hey, but one more thing before you go. What's this I'm hearing about you getting arrested, about you and your 9-month baby or 9-year baby?
No, I think it's a longer conversation.
Oh, okay.
Anything I say here might trigger something else, so I think it's a longer conversation. So I'll find time and come. So
all right.
Talk about it.
All right. Thank you very much for your time.
All right.
All right, so that was Bulldog talking to us and explaining what really went on in their camp. Let me get on Twitter quickly before I get to the Don and DJ Premier. Atogabra. Okay, says Bulldog is basically saying you can't keep a Shatawale gift if you ain't kissing. Oh, okay. Well, we've heard about. There are some of the words I can't mention on the air. Original Slicer. Reality is not every great footballer turns out a good coach. Some must not. Every good musician turns out to be good managers. Okay. Okay. Papa Kwasi says, I now understand where Bulldog is coming from. The militants are not his artists. That's why he hasn't been visibly instrumental in this malice. I don't really blame him. He isn't responsible or accountable for anything concerning them. Nana Kwame Jr. says, I side with Bulldog in the area of tormenting Shatta psychologically because Shatta needed a peace of mind to work. It's not even good for an artist to manage a fellow artist. This compound pressure. Okay. Master underscore Kwegu says, Andy, Bulldog isn't making any sense. He just can't answer simple questions. He should stop pretending as if he has the interest of joining 77 at heart. He said one thing today and changes what he says tomorrow. He's a hypocrite. Bless underscore Kaba says, good morning, Brandy. Bulldog is behind all this saga. I know Bulldog wouldn't have allowed Shatta to sign the militants at the first place when he was still his manager at those times. He should pray he isn't the next parasite Shatta will get rid of. I will appreciate it if your comments are well quoted. If we express some decorum. O2 Brian says, great interview with Bulldog and he's doing his best. Kojo Dompe says, Brandy, good day. If Captain like Shatta told him the other day, have plans to do this and that, and Shatta knows Joint 77 like he said, then he should have spoken to Joint 77 secretly before sacking them. Bismarck says Bulldog and lies. Pandara says, Andy, you see, those with big hearts are always being wounded. Shatta was so hurt with Joint 77's words. The guy himself said his mama respects Shatta so much, yet he showed so little respect to Shatta. Original Slice says, wait, Andy, how do you take something you call a gift back? It's a gift, and whatever happens to it is no more your business. So I don't get bull on that score. So Grandpa Dusty gives me a phone and calls me months later to bring it back for what? Unless it's borrowed. Eagle Eye 7 says, what Bulldog is saying is clearly damage control. We all listened to the conversation and there's a video to it, so he shouldn't come and explain something that is obvious to us. He's doing PR and that is his job. Nana Adams BH says, Andy, please, Bulldog is lying by his own statement on UTV about this whole saga. Why is he changing his mouth this time? Okay. Papa Kwesi already comes back to say, as diplomatic as Bulldog sounds in his responses to the questions, he doesn't seem perturbed by the exit of the militants. I feel he's siding with Shatawale more. Well, he's Shatta's manager, and I don't know if he's same to the militants too. Well, he made it clear that he is not their manager. Brad James says, Bulldog and Shatta should please accept their militants back. Bulldog can be the right person to talk to Shatta. This issue must be solved like a worker and his boss. Shaka Blaze says, it appears Bulldog is here to do damage control. We all know Shatta does not appreciate the militants. It's just for the cameras. We heard what Shatta said. Why? Scanty says, why is Bulldog talking as if he's talking to his girlfriend? Make it add Vimla. Ascona John Sakwadia says, Andy Bull said on UTV with Nanama McBrown that he asked Shatta to sack them because they're adding nothing to his brand. So why is he saying a different thing this morning? Original Slice says, Andy, please ask Bull if he measures what was stated in the contract to project them out there was put into place. Okay, Brad James comes right, says, to what Bulldog is saying, the SM militants were not learning. They are only focusing on other things. What was one reason Shatta asked them to leave? He has done his part as a manager as well. Hitz 103.9 FM. Okay. Premier, good morning.
Good morning.
Who's on? I'll be.
Everything I read. everything I read. I mean, we're back again. And Thursday on. Andy, well, looking at this issue, yesterday I listened to the interview, and I'm beginning to look at the issue in two ways. The first bit is artists trying to manage another artist. I think a beautiful example is Akon. I mean, the artist Akon signed. I mean, Akon had to stay back a bit, push them, make the whole management team.
Lady Gaga.
Yes, let the whole label push them.
T-Pain.
I think if an artist wants to sign another artist on their label, they may have to rethink of their career. Because, one, how much are you earning? How much are you willing to invest in another act? Even you yourself, you know they invest much. And then you are bringing aboard another person, hoping to make money from the person. And then you see that Sak Akwabua strongman ended in tears. Yes, it's because you see the very moment, Andy, it's just like me being on radio and saying I want to manage you. There has to be some sacrifice. You have to always pay a PRICE to get a PRIZE. So if you don't pay a price, you won't get a prize. And I think most of them don't want to pay the price to get the prize. And so if an artist wants to sign up a colleague artist, they should be willing to stay back a bit. Even look at this case. I remember some years ago, Birdman, Young Money, Cash Money people, when Birdman bought Lewin. I think for some time it's like Birdman he did, but you know they see much about Birdman. I think it's part of the whole thing if an artist decides to sign. But then on the flip side, you see, there's something called body language. You see that, Andy, when you're about to lie, when they ask you a question you're about to lie, you may either scratch your head, you may either hesitate. There are some things that you do that may not feel right.
Some people can lie.
Andy,
some can lie without blinking.
If you didn't take something, as an example, Andy, Charlie, my phone is missing. You see him. If you not take, you say, Charlie, me I don't see him. But if you take, you say, no, I don't see him. The thing why you say be me. No, check the body.
I'm saying some people can lie.
I know, but then you
As
see
done.
This whole thing. It doesn't.
Some of us can find the lie out too.
I'm not feeling the whole reality of this whole thing. It looks a bit dramatized. One, because you see somebody like Bulldog, very articulate, very aggressive. I mean, Bulldog has this energy, same as Wally. If Shatta Wale is doing a live video, Andy, there will be a condition and the guy will still be sweating and cleaning his face. But then, if you look at this whole issue, the energy with which they are talking with, it feels... It doesn't feel like the real...
Especially this morning, Bulldog.
The real Bulldog or whatever.
He says there's a problem. I think he told Mr. Hagler, so just as he said, he couldn't make it because there's a little problem at all. Like in
I think there's a missing link. You know, and then you see, I think this whole showbiz industry, there's too much drama and stunts. There's too much drama and stunts played.
No one set me up.
Like I did Logic the other time. No, there's too much.
Again, doesn't. I don't want to talk. So anyway,
my people. You see, I think there's too much stunts and drama and all those things. And you see, those who've been calling for that the wolf is coming. The wolf is coming. One day, the wolf will really be coming, and then you call and nobody will mind you.
The boy who cried wolf.
Yeah.
Exactly. So that is where, if we don't take care, the industry will get to. Because there's been too much stunts. Just that you see, we are behind the scenes. I mean, we are at the dashboard side where we can see what is happening. But then, those who are there, the audience, the target market that they are targeting to give their products to, if they find out that some of these things are stunts and they've been pulled on them, they will not take your brand serious.
Yeah.
It looks too dramatic. And you see, Andy,
the perfect picture. It's always the fake picture. Trust me.
It looks too dramatic because I know, you see, Shatta no be somebody who be my party. But then their energies when they are doing their things, if you follow, you can see that. I saw a video of Shatta Wale even talking about when they say,
Charlie.
Oh, Wale, do this.
Nah.
It was subliminal. I mean, it was so. I don't know if you are getting. Everybody has their own language.
Hey.
Just like me, I know Andy.
Eh.
If Andy they fight right now,
Yeah.
then and Andy feels he is right. If you tell Andy stop, and you even pull him out, the first thing he says, nah, and you come back again. Andy, you come back again. So that is Andy. But if Andy they fight where you stop and where you say, okay, oh dear Matia. I don't know, Andy.
This guy know me, pal.
Because Andy has here, yeah, you can be as tall as whoever. Odi obono, Nandi unso abono. That is Andy. So if for the first Andy is fighting a Dukumi and you stop Andy and Andy says, okay, let's go.
It's out of the ordinary.
I don't know if you are getting the whole thing. Because if I look at Bulldog's demeanor, his way of talking, Wale, yesterday, look at even Joint 77's facial expression. I was watching the video. His facial expression, when Wale said some of the things, there are some things that the expression he gave didn't tally or it didn't correlate with the whole issue that was ensuing. So I don't know, but it doesn't feel this whole natural thing. There's something
I missed.
There's some sort missing. Maybe a missing link. I don't know. Maybe the Don has that thing that you put into the thing to make it work, though.
Andy Dusty.
Hey. Hold on.
Andy Dusty.
Listeners, we are going for a break.
I hit him up.
The way
I hit him up.
No, the way he has started it, Andy Dusty.
Andy.
I've romanced him. I hit him up.
He can be saying me. I know. On
He said he wants to know on talk now. You see,
Andy. Let me tell Andy. I beg.
In fact, I know we talk some stuff. I will talk just the surface.
Surface
won't
go
go
deep.
Hey,
We have to call the police.
before I go see the NBA night, they wait for me for outside.
Okay, what's up?
Andy Dusty.
Yes, sir.
What is a gift? A gift is something given to somebody for keeps. And when you want to gift a car to someone, the only way that can be seen as a gift is if you hand over the documentation of the car to the person. That's when it's a gift. But if I'm driving your car and you said you've gifted it to me or shall I use it, and you still have the documentation under your name, for me, I'm just borrowing your car. So let's get this straight. Did Shatta gift the car or he gave it to them to drive? This question you did not ask, Andy Dusty. And you disappointed me yesterday for not asking this very important question, which would have helped all the people out there to make sense of what is happening. Because everybody is asking, oh, how can you give somebody something and go and take it back? But legally, it is not done if you have executed a document to that effect. So right now, I don't know how to tackle this subject. Honestly, I don't know how to tackle this subject because for me, it seems like a big hype. Just to get a Joint 77 Shatta into the news and stuff. That's what I feel. That's my personal opinion. Because everything seemed too perfect. Clearly, you can tell that whatever Bulldog said today is at variance with Shatta Wale's demeanor and everything. And people are even saying what he said on UTV was not the same he's saying here. Well, I didn't listen to that one. But that's the kind of impression I get. And for me, this whole perfect picture is like Bulldog is saying Shatta doesn't need a car. He just wanted to show him something. But Charlie, there was a police patrol team waiting outside. Andy Dusty, there was a police patrol team waiting outside. And I'm wondering whether this is the kind of rapid response they give to distress calls. When I'm in trouble and I call the police, would they respond that rapidly? Or they want to treat trivial issues such as this? Andy, let me stop here. I don't want to incur the displeasure of people. So you just let me stop here. Because if I want to go on, I don't know. Let me stop here.
Well, Hitz 103.9 FM. In case you just tuned in, you're listening to Showbiz Review. Don't say you go scratch the surface. Surface scratching.
That's all. I don't want to go deep. I don't want to make... I just want people to think about what I've said. The picture is too perfect. It's too beautiful. It's too well orchestrated. In nature, nothing comes that perfect. There'll be some hiccups, hitches here and there. The Messiah traffic. There'll be, Charlie, the officer to approve. There will be something. In real nature, there's nothing perfect. Perfect.
It doesn't look smooth.
It doesn't look. This one was just smooth. Everything video or her. and there's a video, and that Nana Romeo Sagatu is another very shameless one. Very shameless, shameful for his brand as well to be used. You think you want to get hype? Right now you are engaging in, I would say, absurdities. If you ask me, that's what you're doing. By this whole thing when they say walking out of the studios and Shatawale coming, if you invite me, I go slap you. Yesterday was a day of drama. In fact, we have some good script writers in Ghana this week.
The whole week go.
They have to really put their talent to good use and stop all these kind of things. Good script writers. So what Premier was saying is something we should take very, very seriously. There's too much make-believe. There is too much make-believe in the system. And do you know one thing? After they come back and say it, you remember the A1 bread issue? After everybody believed what happened, then later on, they let it out of the bag that it was a well-orchestrated stunt.
Chicago.
Some of these things, sometimes when you take the society for a ride, and they get to know, they lose affection for you.
Okay, so what?
So I am just advising. I feel this is a hype. It's my personal opinion. I may be wrong.
Right. So what if you are wrong?
What if I'm wrong? Well,
what if
I'm wrong? What is going to show whether I'm wrong or I'm right?
No, what I'm saying.
You can't answer that.
No,
question.
Hold on. No, I'm not answering.
Yeah.
What I'm only perceiving.
Yes.
So per my perception. Okay, so make believe. Magicano. Then the next minute.
Hold on. Andy, let's answer pertinent questions.
I beg. No, we'll get them. Don't worry.
You are jumping it.
No, I'm not jumping it.
Jump that question. Then
now you are jumping the first question.
The reason why I believe this make believe is that there are certain key issues that have not been revealed as to whether the car was
So allow the
or
gentleman
not.
to come and explain. We are getting him. Relax.
No. Andy, you should have done that.
No. Relax. Because there is something I can't say here. Please relax. So chill out. So what I'm asking is that what if it is not true? We are still on your perception.
Yes.
So, let's finish with that.
I don't want to jump into baseless, I would say, assumptions. I am saying,
in your opinion,
the reason why I feel it is not true. That there are certain key elements. Did you give the car out or you gave it to him to drive? I'm collecting my car back, this, that. If you don't give somebody a car in writing or sign over the papers to the person, you can collect your car back and it's no news. It is no news that you merit all this hula baloo police here and there. The guy did not steal your car. So what is about this whole police thing if you don't want to create drama? The guy did not steal your car. You gave it to him. If the car is still under your name, you go and retrieve your car. You don't say anything. Now the guy says he swapped the car, this, that. How can you swap a car if the car even is not in your name? And even if you give the car to somebody, you can't come back for it. He has every right to tell the police that, look, the car is mine, and the police can't do jack but to return.
Good. So in this case, let's find out if it was in his name.
No, but that was why I'm saying that you disappointed me yesterday.
And
by
I'm
not
saying,
probing.
why?
Let me also tell you.
Why are you telling me that?
Why for not telling
Why you for telling me that?
I'm also telling people my opinion.
Your opinion about why, my friend.
You wanted me to talk, and I'm talking now. You say I should shut up.
Hello. Okay, well, I've been asked to hold on. Okay, well, Dahlia Beauty and Pharma, with just 200 Ghana cedis, you can become a dealer in their range of products. They deal in French perfumes, body splashes, makeup palettes, lipsticks, pencils, body lotions, and more. And the exciting news is that they give out banners and free t-shirts to their cherished wholesalers. Look at them in Accra, at St. John's, behind Achimota Mall, Tema Community 1, 2 buildings after Danny's Bridal. You can reach them on 0548 00 5570. 0548 00 5570. Now, Tri-Steel Roofing Company Limited say they have in stock standard sheets and long span roofing sheets, which include circular wave, self-lock, tiles, IDT, IBR, and more. Please call them on 0302 850 802 or 0303 967 400. Tri-Steel Roofing, your number one choice. You can locate them off Kaswa, Winneba Road, adjacent Forestry Checkpoint, Budubram, Sasabi Junction on the Dodua Road, Nyanyani Road on Kaswa, Congo Villa opposite Crown Fueling Station at Ofanko, etc. The Franco Trading Enterprise, we are informing the general public that some unscrupulous persons are thieving the innocent citizenry by using their Facebook account. Now, the general public is strongly advised to desist from doing any Facebook transactions with their Franco Trading Facebook account, but rather use their official Franco app or website. Check them out on www.francotrading.com or www.francophones.com. Doing any Franco Facebook transaction will be at your own peril. Franco Trading Enterprise is advising Ghanaians to stay safe by using hand rub or sanitizers frequently, staying at home, and keeping a social distance. At Franco Trading, they stock the brand new Franco TV sets ranging from 36 inches to 55 inches, and so you get 40, 43, and more. They have the latest Huawei Nova 5T phone, all the latest mobile phones, accessories, laptops, tablets, printers, TVs, etc. For location to all their branches and other inquiries, please call 0246 422 338 or 0546 133 188. Franco Trading Enterprise still phone papa fee. Now, Betway Casino brings you so much more entertainment with the Betway Casino. So much more. Right? So to get started, well, all you need to do is just click on the casino tab, choose from more than 120 exciting casino games and more. Betway, bet your way. Now let's speak with Roger. Roger was the gentleman that brought Joint 77. Roger, good morning and thank you very much for joining us. How are you?
Good morning, Andy. Thank you. Fine, thank you.
Right. Now, how is Joint 77?
Oh, he's fine. Joint is fine.
As we speak, where is he?
Joint is home.
Okay.
Yes.
Now, yesterday when you left with the police,
Yes.
what happened?
Okay, so yesterday when we left, we came to Dansoman where the car was. And it's a Kia Optima, a black Kia Optima. It's not registered. So before we left the radio station, I spoke to the police and I told them that, well, Shatter sent somebody to come for the car, but I'm not too comfortable just giving the car to that person. So I would like them to be witnesses. So the chief inspector said, okay, we can go to where the car is, and then I hand over the key and the documents to them. Then they will hand it over to the guys Shatter sent to come get the car. So I think that was about it. Nothing really happened. Yeah. There was no fight. There was no argument. Nothing like that.
Now, so he gifted the car to Joint 77.
Yes, according to Joint 77, which is just, that is his version. The car was gifted to him based on his hard work and commitment in the family or the camp, if I may say. So, according to Joint, it was a gift from Shatawale to him.
Yesterday, when the person that came to pick the vehicle approached me, I invited Joint 77 and I asked him the question that Don asked earlier.
Yes.
I didn't want to spill it, but you were there.
Yes, I was there.
So I asked him whether the papers were in his name.
Yes.
When you were handing over the vehicle, in whose name were the car?
Okay,
was it in?
It's not in Joint 77's name. It's not. As we speak now, I actually made a mistake yesterday. I gave them my car papers. That's an iX35. I gave it, so I still have the documents with me as we speak. So I can even give you screenshots of the car papers I have here after. But it's not in his name. It's not.
Did you ask Joint 77 why they didn't make the change of ownership?
Yeah, I did, but he said, everything was okay, so it wasn't really a bother till they started having issues. But he knew something like this was going to happen, so he didn't even register it. He just wanted to make sure everything was okay and he could still use the car. So he didn't even register it. So it still has the DV plate on it.
Yesterday, when I asked him where the vehicle was, he said it bluntly that he had swapped it. How did he do that?
Okay, so later when he left, I also asked him if Shatta was aware of it. So the first car given to Joint, and he has a picture of that, was a Toyota Camry. But apparently, according to Joint, he was having some issues, so Shatta was aware. Then they decided to go swap it because the Camry wasn't good. So he just swapped it. So Shatta was aware.
So he used the documents to swap the vehicle.
Yeah, I think it was the same dealer. So it was easy. It was the same dealer they were dealing with. So
now someone just sent me a screenshot.
Yeah.
It says, "Congrats, Joint 77, new whip. You deserve it, bro. You stood for me 16 good years.
Yes.
But because you believed in me today.
Okay.
I effing love you, bro. All documents in your name. Live life, bro." And this was from Shatawale. Are you aware of this?
Yeah, I think that is the shot I was talking about. Is it a white Camry?
Yes, it's a white Camry.
Yes. I saw that yesterday. So I'm yet to find out if the Camry was in his name as well. I have the dealer's number. I can find out from him if the Camry was in Joint 77's name.
Okay.
Yes. I'm not sure about that, so I'll find out. Yeah.
All right. So what's the way forward for Joint 77? Are you the new manager or you are part of the new management?
Well, when it comes to that, I'm not disclosing anything yet. But Joint 77 now is home, and he was out there trying to make it. Things didn't go well. He's home. So for some of us, we don't have a choice but to welcome him back home. And that is exactly what I did. So for now, we are just helping him. These are trial moments for him. We are just helping him. I know Shatta as well, very well. And this is not how I want things to be. So I am actually on the neutral side. I mean, we call a spade where we have to. If Joint is right, he's right. If he's wrong, he's wrong. If Shatta is right, he's right. If he's wrong, he's wrong. So for me, my position now, I can't disclose it, but currently I am just helping him. I'm just a helper currently. So I don't know if that's okay for you, but that is what it is for now.
All right, sir. Well, thank you. I'm grateful for your time. We're just hoping for a better future for Joint 77.
Exactly.
God bless you.
Exactly.
Thank you very much, Roger.
All right, Andy.
Yeah. Think before you act. Yeah. Joint secure the bag.
All right. So,
Joint 77.
Yeah, Joint 77. You know, he didn't too link it. The man you know, yesterday.
This thing is becoming too.
Oh, if you don't feel I make you feel I'm small.
Every time you go bring something out now, some controversy for Canada, gospel people self-startup. The gospel people self-startup. If they go release album, no something for happen. I guess when they say to the promote another one, so another remember for Saka make it work out. You know, everybody wants that if they bring song out right now, at least upon all this, we know Joint 77. Me, I didn't take note of that name. It's because of yesterday that I'm now hearing that name. Like,
I know.
No, I've known that name like something that is said, but like somebody to take center stage, like Joint 77 taking center stage yesterday.
But let me also make this clear.
Coincidentally,
hold on, Don.
That chatter says it's not nice. Do you know the effect? Everybody's going to watch that video because
unfortunately the video is not.
Or listen to
that
the
is
song.
number one.
Listen to the song or whatever.
Please.
Yes.
I saw something yesterday.
And you are gagging me. Why do you want
I'm
to
not
gag
gagging
me?
you. You are not here. I'm telling you something. You don't even want to listen.
No, I was saying.
So let me correct you before you. Don't make a mistake, please.
What mistake?
Fine. First of all, Joint 77 didn't even come here to promote his song. I've seen people. I mean, that's the conversation.
See, that is the thing. You even betrayed yourself. Oh, he has a new one. Should I play it for you?
You asked.
No, because I knew that was something that they normally do.
You said
we know this thing, Andy. You and I.
Why are we arguing on this?
Sometimes somebody can come for a purpose, but you start with a personality interview. Then you start talking about the person's life. Then you ask the triggering question. Then the person starts whatever he's doing. I mean, this is pre-production. You and I know. So
I am saying the gentleman didn't come here.
Well, I'm telling you my opinion. No, my opinion is what I'm talking about. I don't know why you are taking it as a sacrosanct truth. That is my opinion. So my opinion could be wrong. I stand to be corrected, Andy. But I'm telling you, that's the vibrations that I get after. I mean, sitting back, the third party person, bird's eye point of view. That's the vibration I get. Probably you were embroiled in the controversy, see, so you will not see things from the way I'm seeing it.
All right.
Andy.
Yes.
See, I want to use this opportunity to challenge all entertainment media personalities, especially entertainment journalists, those who write more about entertainment. I think we don't probe further with issues. We just touch it. I mean, everybody talks about it. It's hot, and then we drop it, and then it's hashed up, and then we move on
to the next one.
Because I mean, we've been in this country where some people had bragged and said they had private jets and whatever, and somebody can even buy a certain house and say it's $3 million when maybe the one who even sold him said the things have catch $1 million.
Yeah.
I mean, you see, we just the whole hype, but and just a few days or weeks, I mean, just a few weeks ago it was Kiddy, and then it moved to Frida Rhymes, whatever, and then it's like
if people notice, I didn't treat any of those Frida Rhymes because I got inside information that they were just
like
somebody say females you don't eat beef, so they started beefing. Can you imagine?
I mean, so
just one presenter says, females, why don't you beef? No, they started beef immediately, and the next 2 days, they started. And I said, well, what is this?
So, Andy, I think some of the issues, I mean, we just look at it on the surface level and then we just let go. But I want to see a certain Manasseh Azure in the entertainment industry who stories that has been hashed up can take time, go through it, investigate it, and come up with some findings.
Thank you.
Because there's been a whole lot of ensemble and it didn't start now. It's been years. I mean, then we drop, and then everybody forgets.
All you have to do is to have a good hype team, some bloggers down on your payroll that have a lot of numbers. After you drop the thing for them, then they go circulate them. They will speed. Then go put some things on Twitter. Then they sit back and they start laughing.
It doesn't matter if even it takes 6 months, 1 year, 2 years, 3 years for us to really get the actual truth. Because most of the things that happen, I mean, nobody talks about it. It's like when it comes now, everybody catches it. Even the whole Ebony thing. When Ebony died, Starboy, 60s bad man, Starboy Kwati and Bullet. That issue still, we don't even know. It was just a surface like, hey, he didn't do this. He didn't
Ebony's death, the driver.
Where's the driver?
Up to today.
I mean, a lot of issues we just
up to today.
It doesn't add up.
Up to today.
Yes, I know. But you remember I told you.
Yes,
I found him.
Yes,
and I even showed you where he do a day. Yeah. He get some park they play football for. I tell you.
Wait, he's still there.
He there.
Nobody we don't hear anything.
I got closer. You remember?
You gave me the filler.
Yeah. I got very close.
And we forgot look for that guy.
The guy
because that cat and night, they play ball. People are dead in the car you were sitting. You are playing ball.
Yes, Andy. So
that means you are an angel above for. They fly from the car before the accident they happen.
Yeah. So I'm challenging.
Police must go back. As for that case, yes. Kennedy is raising serious issues. According to Kennedy, yesterday night probably he didn't watch.
Unfortunately.
Says I no who here no. Ebony, maybe evidence, eba. So people should, police, wake up. 2 days ago, I prompted the police on this matter, and I'm very happy Kennedy picked it up yesterday.
Because Andy, I mean, there are a lot of issues. Aside, and we can give serious scenarios. Maybe it happened. We talk about it, and then it goes off. Obi and Kahu assembly.
In the end, you hear it was a hype.
If you are until the end, no, but not the real truth is there. But near until the exact issue, nobody. I say there's no investigative journalist
Sometimes
in terms of entertainment.
You'll be on air, then people will be sending, oh, treat this topic, treat this topic. Then I say the hype topics that too. Yeah, they want to direct you. Oh, have you seen this on Twitter? That. When you start doing things like that, immediately you may so. You get me?
I get it. I mean, so
because I wouldn't allow my platform to be used for unnecessary hype. I want to churn out truth.
So
to people. I don't support some of these things.
The gentleman writing all the entertainment blogs. I mean, from the Zion Felix to Abrante Part to NYDJ to Attractive Mustafa to Ameya Debra to Kokosa GH to GH page, GH blog, all the boys, Facebook Assemblyman, all the boys, Elombini and all the guys. I think it's about time we investigated certain issues. Even if you take 6 months, 1 year, 2 years, whatever, it is better we investigate issues so that years or weeks or months down the lane, we can come back and say, you know what, this issue that came up, it was a scam. This is the real deal. Just if it happens you see that the whole award 2 million, to whatever Ghana City thing, that research thing, Andy. That's how it and one know. Said document in the way he said. I mean, that's where my worry is. So
he said he presented a financial statement to the ministry. Nobody
who has followed up.
But
and
I think the Right to Information Act is now operational, right? Yeah. So now we should be. Is the legislative instrument also working so that we can know how it's regulated, so we can go and ask
because
for information of this nature.
One of these things.
I remember that topic.
Yeah.
We spoke to somebody from Piak. Andy, I remember you did an interview, or it was Adam that did that interview, and they said that according to the report that they received, Obo was able to account for 800,000 out of.
Yeah, I remember they mentioned some
and
amount.
the rest was not accounted for.
Good. You see,
that was the last time we did a story. We wanted to speak to Obo, and he declined.
You see,
yeah,
good.
I remember.
You see that there's a follow-up now. We've seen that there is a lie. So until you do the follow-ups, Edukumi, thank you very much. And I'm sure it was done on it probably, yeah. I don't know.
No. I think I remember something.
Because
like
if I heard something of that sort, I don't think I'll just let it slip. Probably I didn't hear.
I don't think you. No, you were here.
That time
I hear this matter.
The issue came up on burning issues. Okay. During the days of, was it a Fiapukuya or when Boachua took over? It came up. They were analyzing some figures that was purported to come from the oil revenue and how it was disbursed.
I think
that
amount,
so remember
that amount came up. That 2 million apparently came from the oil revenue.
You remember we had there was a document.
Yeah, so Hitz have decided
how it was dispersed
to highlight.
But that 1.2 million deficit you are talking about.
It came up.
It's what didn't stick.
There was a brochure.
There was a brochure.
There was a brochure.
Yeah.
And I remember You remember?
Yeah.
We had a brochure.
There was an artwork that they brought.
I think I remember.
Yeah.
We were supposed to speak to Obo
on that matter.
Obo,
where the money go day?
Oh, I remember I came here, followed it, asked these questions over and over again, but Obo declined, and we also didn't push again. So that was how that issue ended.
I mean, so Andy, these are more issues, though. Issues there plenty there. Well, even the whole Ambule, his allegation that there were some monies that had been siphoned or monies that had been given to some people. They can come and do PR and everything, but maybe when we delve into it, take time. I mean, when the whole matter is out, everybody will do it, but when you take time after the whole matter has left the whole media scene, and then you try to investigate, I am sure there will be an iota of truth somewhere.
All right, let's get into plenty of other comments. Primus Crow inside Bonfire Chelsea says, good morning, Mr. Dusty. Today be today. The Don is in the studio. More fire.